Did you do all the graphs?
I did do the residual plot and the linear thingy. Mine looks different than theirs, but it's mostly the same.
Okay, mine, I didn't pay attention to like the little numbers, but the shape was the same and stuff, so
Yeah.
it met it. So do you want to go through?
Yeah.
The number one, list the 5 assumptions. So there, since it was the hot dog shape, it was linear, and they were close together.
Yeah. And so, and apparently the QQ plot is normal.
Yeah. And then there's no megaphone shape. That's what the answer key said.
Yeah.
So.
And the other two, we have to assume because you can't test them.
Yeah. Okay. So if there is a linear relationship, state the null and alternative. The null is equal to 0, and then it's not equal to 0.
So let alpha equals 5, state the test statistic and value, so t equals 22.675.
Yep, that's what I got too. And then based on your p-value, do you reject the null or fail? Do you fail to reject or reject? We reject.
And state your conclusion, so we have sufficient evidence to conclude that there is a relationship between the head length and body length of the crocodile.
Okay, so my confidence interval, did you get the same numbers that they did?
I got the ones that they have in red.
Okay, I did not get anything close to that. All my other numbers, like my test statistic and my p-value, are the same, but my other is not.
Okay, how'd you do it?
Just what it said. You go up to the thing, the analyze part, and then you make sure the confidence interval is clicked. So, like I go up, I click linear, and then click statistics and make sure that the confidence interval is checked with the 95 confidence interval. That's what I thought anyway that I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
And then
what's your dependent and what's your independent?
My let me look. My independent is body length and my dependent is head length.
Maybe that's where it got off, because my dependent is body length and my independent is head length.
Okay, let me check. That's so weird. I got all the other same numbers with it like that. So, okay, let me try that. So you have body length as independent.
Yeah.
And head length is independent. Okay, let's try that. Okay. Oh, that is not. Oh, just kidding.
That didn't work either?
No, that did work. What is it, 6.7? I got 6.704 and 8.096.
Yep, that's the right answer.
That's so weird. All my other ones were right the other way. Okay. Then we're good. Okay, let's take the quiz.
So right before this started, I was on Facebook, and one of my friends had posted an article that was something about 9 things you should know about Mormons, and so I'm very interested to be done so that I can go and read this article.
Did you like those? Because then you're just like, no, or...
Yeah, then I'm like, let me tell you.
Right? Okay, are you ready to start?
Yeah.
Okay. Clicking start. Okay. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
The true linear regression equation is y equals BO plus B1x, where BO and B1 are known. What are the null and alternative hypothesis for 1? That B1 is equal to 0 and B1 is not equal to 0.
Yeah. That's
right? Okay.
Yeah. A residual is what is left over after doing simple linear regression. Is the difference between the observed value y and the value predicted by the regression line. Is the difference between BO and B1 and depends on the independent variable. I have no idea. I'm going to go look it up.
Okay.
It's the difference between the observed value of y and what the value, what would have been predicted by the regression line.
Yep. Okay, a plot of residuals supports using linear regression when you see a pattern in the residuals. The residuals are all positive. You see a megaphone shape in the residuals, or the residuals look normally distributed with a zero mean. Isn't it A?
Maybe I'm gonna go look it up.
Because it can be negative or positive. Because if it's going negative and it, so I know that.
Okay, so it should have no patterns, and it will consist of random. Okay, it's raining really hard here. It's like shaking my apartment.
Wait, what?
It's like raining really hard. It's shaking my apartment. It's weird. Okay.
The storm got to your house.
Okay, so there's supposed to be no pattern, so that one's wrong.
Okay.
It can be negative, so that one's wrong. And it should consist of a random scatter, a megaphone. Megaphone shape occurs with points tend to be put together on the paragraph. So the megaphone part, it suggests the variance of error terms is not constant for all variables. Just there's differences in variables. I have no idea.
Okay, megaphone shape occurs when points tend to be close together on one side of the graph and farther apart on the other side of the graph. If there is a megaphone shape apparent in the residuals, it suggests that the variance of the error terms is not constant for all values of x. It suggests that there's a difference in the spread of the residuals depending on the value of x. Does that help us?
Well, okay, so I went into the chart. So there should be no patterns in the residuals and no megaphone part in the residuals.
So do you think it's the residuals look normally distributed?
That doesn't make sense, but it seems like the only one that we have it said is negative. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry, this is really distracting.
I know, it's distracting for me too. I'm looking out my window and I just want to go outside.
Okay.
So
I think it is that they're normally distributed because we have to look, because we're supposed to look at the QQ plot, and in the preparation assignment answer sheet, it said that because the QQ plot was normal, then they're close to linear.
So which one is that?
I think it's the last one.
Okay. I am in agreement with that. Compute the residuals for the math self-FNC data using software confidence interval. What statement best describes the residuals? Well, I don't know. Open it up. Oh, I just want to be outside in this rain. Okay, I got, when it's done processing. No, mine's not processing it.
I'm trying to figure out which one I'm supposed to put where. I don't remember what explanatory and response.
Here, give me 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Wait, you don't remember what?
What explanatory and response means.
Okay, mine
independent.
says,
Sorry.
Mine is not negative, so Can you just give me 2 seconds?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh my gosh, there's a party going on in my parking lot with this rain. Okay, what do you think it is?
Okay, so confidence is the independent, and I'm just looking up independent to the x-axis. So confidence to the x-axis. Okay. And what are we supposed to be answering? Okay, they're between. Okay, so they do not form a linear pattern. They're not all negative.
So
it's the first one?
Yep. Okay, based on the QQ plot. I forgot how to do QQ plot. Oh, just kidding. No, I didn't.
I did.
Okay, what is it?
No, I mean, I forgot how to do it.
Oh. No, I'm trying to find it. Descriptive statistics QQ plot.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go with that the answer is they're not normal.
No, it looks fairly linear to me.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. What does yours look like? I can't share you.
Mine's like a snake.
Mine's like, it has kind of like a snake's tail and a snake's head, but the middle of it is all normal.
Well, it's not skewed right. So I think it's just not normal. But that's my thing.
I'm just not sure because it's close to normal on mine.
I know. Okay.
Share yours or you can't share the SPSX?
You want me to share mine?
I don't know if you can from SPSS because I can't share mine because I use SPSS on a different computer.
It's okay. Oh my gosh, this rain is just too distracting. I'm so sorry. I'm like not focused.
That's okay.
The next one I'm going to say there's a linear relationship.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I think we can say that they're all satisfied. I mean, I think that the residuals are normally distributed, but because when I compare them to the one in the textbook, they look fairly similar.
I think they all are too. And then for slope, I've got What do I have for slope? What are you putting as the dependent interval, the confidence rating?
No, I had confidence as independent because it said that confidence was the explanatory variable.
Okay.
Which apparently is independent.
Okay. Then for the slope, I've got 12.695. Or no, the 18.690.
No, 12.695.
12.695. What is the confidence interval? I've got 12.4 and then 0.
I've got 10.6 and 14.7.
Oh, that's weird. Am I looking at the wrong one?
Unless I'm in the wrong spot.
Oh my head. That is not what I have. That is so weird. Oh, just kidding. I know why. I don't have the thingy checked. Okay, I've got the 10.6. Yep, I got that one too. Okay, based on the evidence using a 0.05, do you fail to reject? Yes, we fail to reject, right?
Why do you fail to reject?
Because
what's your p-value?
Isn't it the 0.728?
No, that's a beta value. The significance value is the p-value, and that's 0.000.
0, so we reject it. Okay. Reject the null because the p-value is less than the alpha. Okay. Next.
For a hypothesis test for slope, if you reject the null hypothesis, what does it mean? There's sufficient evidence to conclude that the slope of the regression line is 0. It's the third one. There is sufficient evidence to conclude that the slope of the regression line is not 0.
For the crocodile data, which variable is the dependent variable? We put head lengths. Right.
I'm going to scan through. I know it talks about that in the text.
Well, we did it earlier on the graph, so what did we put as the graph? Head length or body length is the dependent variable.
Body length is the dependent? Okay.
Yeah, that's what we put earlier.
Okay. Since the 99% confidence interval for these data is 7.124 and 8.311, what can you say about B1? Since the confidence interval does not contain 0, there is sufficient evidence to conclude that B1 is not equal to 0. There's a 99% chance the confidence interval will contain the true value of B1, or there's insufficient evidence to reject null hypothesis. And it would be the second one, right? Because, oh no, that's not true.
I think it's C. The first one doesn't make sense to me.
You think it's C?
Yeah, but I could be wrong.
Well, the only reason I would want to click C is because it was very obvious that we should reject the null. So.
Well, the first one doesn't make sense to me, so.
I know that was one for one of them, but I didn't read it in this reading.
I think I'm just going to put C.
I guess so. It doesn't make sense to me, but
What Which one makes sense to you then?
None of them really do. I know that we talked about the 0 one for one of them, but the confidence interval doesn't show us whether we should reject the null or not. But so I have no idea.
I'm gonna put C.
What?
I'm gonna put C,
Okay.
and I'm going to submit it.
It was A.
Yep.
And we couldn't. And we were wrong because it wasn't all 5 of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it was normal. Okay.
Alrighty then.
Sounds good.